but the rest I can handle. And since I've gotten my act together with investing in the main hero and getting the totem and so forth, now I don't lose so much as I did before against people of similar battle rating. So here for example there is a 364 and I do believe I would win that, so I'm gonna try it out. But of course he can also win, but still let's try it out. Oh, awesome. But I wouldn't be surprised if I lost that one, for example, because some people are just really good in the way they set things up, and so that way they manage to get more wins. So I need 2 more, and there's no need to waste for diamonds here. In 4 or 5 hours this will reset, and I'll just log in one more time and finish off the last 2 attempts. So no rush there. Let's pop on over to the quiz, and it's got still 2 minutes 30 to go. So in that time we reach devotion 500, so I'm gonna collect those rewards. That's really good. And what is interesting also is for the quiz here, join quiz, you see it still hasn't given me the points, although I have popped into the room and out, but that's not good enough. You actually have to participate. So 2 stars, 2 minutes left, and that's not enough to do explanations on Dragon Soul. So I'm just gonna see if I can click something else in the meantime. Let's do House of Cards here. Let's take up the free 10 cards and pop back into the quiz. So draw cards 10, because you get 10 for free. So he's gonna give you all these cards, which is good. And let's be safe and pop on over to the quiz. So I'm gonna of course do this event because it's not long at all, and I'll pause the video in between these, so that we don't have to waste too much time waiting. Couple of seconds to go for the quiz to start, and let's see where everybody runs. Got our first question. The natural home of an animal is called habitat or niche. Niche is for websites, so habitat is for animals. So hopefully everybody will run to the left, and the people who don't run are the people who are not physically there. Sometimes there are a couple of people standing here doing nothing. That's not because they are unsure, it's because they're not looking at the screen at all. Most of the answers are on the A side, so don't be surprised if a lot of people a lot of times are just standing here. Although you can leave from the PC and just leave your character here, you will get a bunch of rewards, but the way the quiz is set up is that the rewards increase for every consecutive correctly answered question. So you do want to, if you can, because it only takes like 10 minutes. You see we're already in question 3. You do want to, if you have 10 minutes, you do want to answer all the questions correctly, because rewards keep on piling up. And you see here total points, although it's not points, it's your rewards, that's adding up. So jet invisible, that's radar blind, and that's most of the time this question is with the answer B, and it'll be on the right side. And the turkey is the last one, well, because he's you know kind of fat and heavy and so forth. So anyways, we're gonna run back to New Zealand for Lord of the Rings, and yeah, so you want to try to answer questions as accurately as possible, because then your rewards will increase. Although if you're bored or if you gotta do something else, it's better just to enter the quiz and stand on the A side, and you will get a bunch of gold. It won't be the maximum, but you'll still get a bunch of gold. StarCraft, I wanted to say Zergs and Terrans are both from StarCraft, but of course Swarm of Bugs, these can only be the Zerg, although the Zerg will be very upset if you call them bugs. So if you ever meet a real life Zerg, don't call them a bug, because you will get eaten 100%. So anyways, we're gonna stand here at the Solid Snake and get some more rewards, and I'll pause and continue later. This one is really cool. What does Victoria's Secret sell? Lingerie or financial software and data? I think the choices are just wonderful. And finally we have question 20 of 20. What is the largest planet in our solar system between Jupiter and Earth? So Earth is not the correct answer. So with that said, 376,000, 402,000 gold and 2 level 3 superior gem chests. A very good reward for a very short and fun little event, so that's really good. We got also the online bonus coming in, so we can pick that up, and I can go and explain to you guys how Dragon Souls are working, and so let's do that. So I explained a whole bunch last time, but I'll also go over it this time just because I think I can do a couple of more levels. So we're gonna go to Dragon Soul, to the Dragon Soul training devouring window, which you can access either via from here, from Dragon Soul over here via the Dragon Soul icon over here, or via the regular character and then the tab dragon icon. So we got basically on my main hero last video we activated the Electro 24 Ice 24, and that's the skill which makes my hero a lot stronger by giving him a possibility of having a shield, making him absolutely invincible for 2 turns, which is awesome. So because of that I could do a whole bunch more levels in the Spire, which was very good. So of course I want to increase this to the next level, which gives 36% chance rather than 25. But to do that you need to have level 50 on, or I don't know if level is the correct word, but you need to have 50 on Electro and 50 on Ice, and I'm having half of that. So keep the button here on class, and then you can see all the Dragon Souls you've collected which are applicable to the class that you have selected here, and your selections are between your hero, but also each one of between your main hero, but also your other heroes can each of them can have Dragon Souls. So of course focus on your main hero first, and then you can do the others later. So on the main hero I'm having of course Ice and Electro, that's I and E icons. And I have also tried, and that's also what I recommended in the last video, I've also tried to take the Dragon Souls with the stats that I like. So I have health, I have crit, I have dodge, physical attack, and magic defense. I have an epic one here which gives agility, but I already have some agility gems and I don't want agility, I prefer the other stats. So that's why I'm having the other stats. I'm keeping this for now in case later I find out that this was a better choice or something like that, and then I can always switch to it and devour whatever into that one. So that's not a major problem. So what I have here is 1 E and 2 3 E's, basically 3 Dragon Souls which are E, Electro, and 2 which are Ice. So the Ice might be more difficult for me to gather. So the way I do this is I have a look if anything that I like is better basically than what I have, and usually not, because I already took the stats I want. So then what I can do is I can devour all Dragon Souls into one, and I do that via the devour window, and I also do that in a way to control it, to have exactly the level that I need. So for example this one is my Ice level 4 for crit, and it needs 2560 experience to go to level 5, whereas this one is level 2 and it's much easier for this one to go to a higher level. So I'll unequip this one and go to devour, pick it up. That's my immutable, the dodge one, and then I'll autofill it, selecting both the uncommon and the rare Dragon Souls, which is the greens and the blues. And I'm gonna take that. It needs 360 experience to level up. I can give it 400, so I'm gonna devour that. It's gonna become level 3, and now it's gonna need 1280 to level up. So I'm gonna autofill it again, but there is nothing else which is Ice, so this one is stuck. And you're not allowed to give the higher rarity into a lower rarity, so that you cannot do. But what you can do is you can take the same rarity and feed it which doesn't work in this window, but I'm pretty sure it works in general. So I'm gonna re-equip this. I'm gonna take the eagle eye, which is the same rarity. I'm gonna feed it into here, and it does work. So that's giving it additional experience, which is good. The trouble is this one he won't take, because if I do this, the hurricane will devour the one I want, which is the dodge, rather than agility. So that's all I can do for ice at the moment, and it goes to 28, and the rest that I have here are all electro. And for electro, same logic. It's not so much that I have here. So what I can do is I can let me see who is below 320, 640. So yeah, we can start with the deviate, which is physical attack. And what I can do is I can go to the Dragon Soul shop and go to legendary and buy a physical attack, because I don't want to have a blue one. And basically what I'm looking for is an E with the icon E, deviate physical attack, but it could have a different name in the legendary. So the most important is to go to all the E's, and then inside the E's look which one is giving physical attack. This one is called scatter. So with the 100 I can buy that. Yes, thank you. And then we can go to Dragon Soul. We can unequip this one, go to devour, take the scatter that I want, devour everything else into it, and it's gonna become level 2. Or actually that wasn't even enough for it to become level 2. That's weird. So I'm gonna wear this. Yeah, it needs 200 more to go to level 2. So I'm gonna feed magic attack into it, and that's enough. So that gets us 1250 physical attack. Becomes level 2 here, and now I got 28 and 28 on ice and electro. Still far away from 50, so I have to do Dragon Souls a whole bunch more, because I have nothing left here. I have just God's Will here left, which is an electro one as well, which can be fed into this one, or this one, and I'm just gonna feed it into the weaker one, which is the same actually. So that's not enough to level it up, but just to get rid of it. And I'm stuck with the agility one that I already had to begin with. So on my main I'm done. There's nothing else I can do until I get more Dragon Souls for my main. What I can do is on the Nether Knight I can do a whole bunch more. He's got a huge wind advantage, because he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 Dragon Souls for wind and only 1 for fire, and that's not good, because although this gave me all the wind that I need, he doesn't have it will be very difficult to get a good enough level of fire with just 1 Dragon Soul. So I have to give up one of these stats, and the stats are physical defense, magic defense, physical attack, and HP. And I think it's the HP that I'm gonna give up, and I'm gonna put fire here, which, see here, I got a really good critical fire, but I don't want to give a critical to my tank because he doesn't need it. So I'm gonna pick the best next fire, endurance and agility. No, see, I don't like any of them. Endurance. We can also check in the Dragon Soul shop what choices he has for fire. It's basically again agility, endurance. Is that it? Oh, he's got 2 more here, hit and dodge. So dodge is the one I want to get him for fire. So I'm gonna wait until I have enough of these essences to get him a legendary dodge, which is called, not this one, the cursed, no, infinite. So 90. For 90 I'll buy him this one. Until then he is kind of stuck, so I'm actually not even gonna bother with him. But that's basically how you build up Dragon Souls. You just need to make sure you do this every day to get as many dragon souls as possible, and try to get extra dragon souls from events if you can, because of course that will all add up, and is those skills are making your party a lot stronger. So definitely put some effort to get them. Let's synth the raiders, and we are pretty much done for this video, I think. And just gonna quickly also show, since I mentioned the beginning of the video, for the events on the treasure hunt, I've been opening a bunch of maps as well. The logic I already explained in the previous video. So here basically they have middle and bottom, they're missing top, so I can go and give the top and we will immediately get the rewards, all of us. So that's good. And I can actually do that a bunch of times because people are missing top a lot. I clicked too fast and they're missing middle now here. But anyways, you can do solo if you have all the three, then just put everything in there and continue doing this until you're missing one of them. And finally, the more you open, you'll have more points, and for the points you can buy stuff, and that's where I got the clothing, gold organza here and wings of gold for 5,000 and 3,500 points. Easter bunny I already had. Magic broom I don't have, so that's one of the things I can try to buy next time. And the sky archer and blade of wings are also the two that I got. So you see I had a whole bunch of points to get those stuff. So that's the treasure hunt. On the what is that, events bonus, let's see, I don't have any free spins, so I'm gonna skip that for now, look at it later. And then we got the spring carnival, which is the main one. We got here spring carnival. You get 4 different things which can pump into this event. It goes until 22nd of February. There is, I think, a server-wide level for the Nirvana. So we are now on level 4 on our server, so I can collect these rewards, which are nice. We can see here the personal point rewards. I'm now on point 7,080, so I've collected all of these rewards, and probably today I'll do the 8,000 and 8 and 10,000 possibly, because there are events which give you more points if you're spending more. On lunch boxes, this is where you open up the chopsticks. You can buy the chopsticks over here, or you can collect them from the hot events. We'll check that out in a moment. And you get the maps basically via this event. And in the delicacy shop, this is where you spend them. This is where I bought the phoenix for 550 spring rolls and 1,000 dumplings. You get a lot more dumplings than spring rolls. Spring rolls are the more difficult things to get, and those are the ones which are needed for the really nice items. But the shop has a lot of pages, 8 pages, and there are a lot of nice things in the shop, like a lot. And the level 9 and level 8 gems, I've been buying them every day because there's a limit of 1 and the price is really good. It's just 15 and 50 spring rolls to buy them, and I think the price is really good, and that's why they put a limit of 1. But otherwise, yeah, you need a lot of them, and they come a lot from the hot event. So for example, you see here, let's collect what we can for now. Here you got a spending thingy. Spend more diamonds and you get cards and stuff. But yesterday we had spending for chopsticks. This is for devotion. Everybody can do devotion definitely. For if I reach the 550 devotion, I can also collect this one, and I think I might reach that if I just in 4 minutes send the worm. So that would be good. A spring roll collection. There I can take a couple. Come on, work. 3 spring rolls. This one is a little bit more difficult, but dumpling collection, I think this was not also, but here you can also pick up a whole bunch of dumplings. So we're gonna take that. That's for all the regular activities in the game. And actually they don't have that. Oh, they have, here it is, pirate treasure. So for the pirate treasure is the one where you spend diamonds to buy directly treasure maps, but I don't like this so much as the treasure number 2, where you can collect a bunch of stuff. But in the number 2 here, at the bottom especially, if you have diamonds, basically here is where I think the magic happens. You see here, consumed 1,200 diamonds. You can collect this, which is 20 silver chopsticks. That's pretty good with 5 maps. Then 3,000 diamonds spent, and then for 500 diamonds you can buy that one time, which is good. And then 6,000 level, and a 10,000 level, and a 16,000 level, which is basically skyrocketing you in this event, allowing you to get more and more and more, which is how I got to Phoenix, because of all these bonuses that you get for spending. So I'll probably do that as well today. Just you gotta get to the first level, which is sometimes a little bit more difficult. Right now I see I've spent 1,730 diamonds, and I need to get to, oh no, actually I haven't, that's something else. So where, how much does it say here somewhere? No, doesn't say. So the first level is consumed 1,200 diamonds and then 3,000. So what I'll like to do is also keeping it inside the event, so we can go and say buy 10 of these silver chopsticks. That should activate the first level of the pirate treasure. There, so I can collect 20 for doing that, and also it allows me now to do 500 and buy this one time. So if I reset the window, it should say bought. There it is. And now it says that I've spent 3,000 and it needs me to spend 6,000 to activate the next level, and so forth. And that's where basically you get more and more and more. So if we go back to the spring carnival and go to the lunchbox and say get 10 of these, so that's 2,000, and 20 of these for 1,000, so that's 3,000 exactly. If we go back to hot events, pirate treasure 2, now it allows you for 2,000 to buy 50 chopsticks, and if you remember, 10 chopsticks was 2,000. So this is a really good deal. So that is if you have the diamonds to spend, so that's really good. So when you buy that, then you're already at 6,500, and then the next level is 10,000. So once you reach 10,000, then you can go for the 16,000, and it's basically more and more and more. And here the difference is between 6.5 to 10 is of course 3.5. And you can also see, let me just pick up the other stuff, because it might be somewhere something that I can spend on, but probably not. Oh, I know where I can do, hold on, let me just collect these. And don't forget to collect all of these rewards, because every little thing adds up. Every little thing. Here is a how to train your dragon for releasing a worm, which we'll do in 10 seconds. We can get a whole lot more gold, which is really awesome. And if I get lucky now to get Fosrindil, then you can get 2 million additional gold. Or if you release Oricon, it's 4 million additional gold. But I'm not gonna release Oricon because you have to buy that for 600 diamonds. Because I have 5 attempts to spin here, and hopefully with the 5 attempts there I got Fosrindil, and that's enough for me. So I'm gonna send out Fosrindil. That also will give me 1.3 million gold times 1.3, but there will still probably a whole bunch, so I'll still get more than 1 million gold from this, and 2 million gold from the hot event. And as you guys remember, I don't attack people, so that's why I'm not spending those 10 attempts. But if we go back to the hot events and go to the last page, here you see I can already collect 2 million gold for that, for sending out Fosrindil, which is really good. So check that out as well. For the craft master, here you can spend a bunch of diamonds as well. Basically there's a lot of places you can spend diamonds, but the events are the place where they are used most. If I go to let's see, to the expeditions and Cloud Palace, Let's see how much 300 diamonds to explore here, but you get directly mythic origin crystals. Or you can go to a lower level, which is the Dusk Prison, for example, and then from the Dusk Prison with the legendary ones, you can craft mythic ones, where you have a limit of 3 per day. But of course, you need Philosopher's Stones and Legendaries to do that. But once you make the Mythic Stones, you can of course get the Mythic Treasures, which are quite nice. For example, Golden Chopsticks, but that also requires perfect Philosopher's Stone. And you know, the events I find sometimes can be quite complex, and I think that's one of the weaknesses in the game, because you really need to read and figure stuff out. They could certainly make it easier. That would be my recommendation if anybody of the developers is listening. But still, basically that's the case. And the perfect ones, the dark in the Dusk Prison, you can maximum get rare Philosopher's Stones. You can't get the perfect one, and you kind of need that for the better rewards. And here you can get the perfect one, but it costs a lot of diamonds to explore. So I'm gonna do this one time because I've never done it. We're gonna do 300. Oh, event has ended, so actually I can't do it. Maybe I'm late. Let's try here. No, I'm actually late for the event, so I'll check this out later. I can only pick up yesterday's rewards. I made a third here with 1,600 points, giving me Dragon Tamer cards and more legendary origin crystals. So I'm just gonna collect that. And overall, I don't know if this works or not, but that's basically somewhere somewhere else where you could spend diamonds to reach the pirate requirements. And the pirate requirements are of course here now 8,500, and I need 10,000. So actually, where did I spend it? Now I'm getting all confused. But now I need 1,500, and that's not huge. So let's see, for 500 I can get superior treasure chest. That's one possibility, but I don't like treasure chests honestly, because you get stuck with the ones you have. So for example, you see here I'm stuck with so many of these middle treasure chests, which is not even funny. And I think that's where you might lose with the treasure chests, because of your inability to use them up, and that's why I don't like spending on them. So what we're gonna do then is we're gonna go back to the spring carnival and just get a bunch of wooden chopsticks. 10 is 500. Let me see. And here is 2,000. Okay, we'll just do 10. That's more than enough. So we're gonna go to 2. And that allows me to buy this 3 times. 1, 2, and 3, each time 1,500 diamonds. And that gets you to a much higher level then, because you got now a whole bunch more of the silver chopsticks. So if I go back to the spring carnival, you see here 280, so that's a lot of rewards and a lot of treasure maps. So let's open a bunch. And you see here how the dumplings and the spring rolls increase or not increase. And actually you prefer these to increase rather than getting other rewards, because those are the ones which are giving you points for the rankings or for the shop. And that takes a while, so I'm not gonna do all of it right now. But it's better to spend one time a lot than a little bit every day, because of the effect here of these hot events. I'm gonna take these things which are lighting up. The devotion, like I said, for the worm came in. Can take a bunch more for the consuming of the diamonds. and the devotion. But basically the whole thing is inside this pirate treasure. And now I'm missing just 1000 for the 16,000 mark. So we can go back to the Spring Carnival and take the lunchbox for exactly 1000. I like to give it exactly what it needs, not more, not less. And that unlocks the last one, which you can buy for 1000, which is huge. To buy 80 chopsticks, I think it's a really good deal. And that basically unlocks everything, which is, I think, really good. So when you notice events like this, and if you can spend, it's much better that you spend one time a lot of money, then, like I said, spend a little bit every day to do like a couple of levels. It's seriously better to spend a lot of money one time than a little bit every time. And you see, by doing it that way, yes, I spent a bunch of diamonds. I think like maybe 20,000 even, or actually, yeah, something like no, actually exactly 19,000. I think I spent probably 20 because I overdid a little bit. But by doing that, I have a ton of these chopsticks, like 451 of these chopsticks, 45 of these chopsticks, and that is a ton of rewards and treasure maps. It takes even quite a lot of time to open them, even 10 at a time. But basically, once you've done opening these, I'll have like a ton of dumplings, which is like seriously, basically it's a really good amount to buy again a rare item like the Phoenix mount. I actually don't know which one I'll get, but basically that'll be enough to get something rare, which is really good. And by doing this, you go back to your character and sort the bags, and then if you open up all the chests that you have, which are annoying, I wish there was an open all chests button, you will see the treasure maps open up basically, and they will be at the back. Let's just do this. Gems, chests, but it's these kind of chests which are the treasure chests, and they're all basically then together at the back if you sort it. Here are the rugged ones, and here are the purple ones, and here are the orange ones. And then you go to the treasure hunt and you do solo, and doesn't matter which ones you take. Of course, I like to take the ones which are the same rarity. But if you run out, like here I ran out of the bottom ones, just put the next best one you have. That's no problem. And this way you can open up a lot of the treasure chests yourself, and then you don't have too much waste. But what you see happening here is once I open this up, you will see that I have a ton of middle maps left. And that's the thing that I don't think is awesome for the treasure maps, because I think I'll be stuck with them, because I don't see how I can use up 20 middle maps, because most of the time on my server anyways, top maps are missing. Everybody seems to have middle. Here the middle is missing, but it's me who put the top one, so I can't participate anymore. So that's the problem with the maps. But anyways, that's how the events work. And so that was a long explanation for you guys on a lot of different aspects in the game, which are all for different levels, different spending abilities. But I think that the lesson to take, at least from the Spring Carnival and hot events, is definitely go for, if you're gonna spend, look for a really good event. Like for example the pirate treasure number 1 here. I don't like this. This is like you pay and you get one and that's it. But on this one you see it's really good, because the more you spend the a lot more you get. And so doing this one time would be a lot better. If doing it, like, I repeated it like 3-4 times now, but it's a really super important lesson, to, if you're gonna spend money, to spend it efficiently so that you get most out of your money. So that's it, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed my Phoenix and my new clothing, and the video with the development of my character getting a lot stronger now. And now basically we finished at this video at level 61, Earl 2 stars, 382,942,000 bell rating, which is awesome. And one of the most good things was to unlock the Midnight Tavern and see all these wonderful heroes that I can one day recruit. But of course I need to somehow get 1000 of Ruby Hero Souls first. So in the meantime, of course, I can go with 600 Garnet Hero Souls and pick somebody from here. And that would be a tank character to replace Wayhander, for example. But basically we have a healer support, we have back row ranged, we have control, and we have back row range. So no tank character for Garnets. I can of course buy from the Twilight Tavern Atlanta, for example, Atalanta. And she can act as a tank as well. That's a possible choice, and a hunter for in place of Pyrona. But I'm always up for saving up for somebody better, rather than spending and buying somebody mediocre for right now. So that's it, you guys. I really hope you liked the video. It's all good fun making these for you guys. Please do click on like and subscribe below the video if you did enjoy it, and share with your friends. And remember, if you want to come and play on AMZ Game servers, please follow the link in the description of the video. That's my referral link, and they'll take you there, and then they'll know that you came from my videos, my presentations, which is also good for me. So thanks in advance for that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking and subscribing,